to verify that the Docker is working on your machine.
Okay.
Right.
I forgot to post the YouTube link.
Yeah, do that.
Live. So I'm showing millions of viewers out there who have never shared the YouTube link how to do it.
Well, we're live now, and you're not actually sharing your screen yet. So
our
millions of viewers will have to check it next time. So, cool. So, am I correct to assume that? Oh yeah. So I'm Matt. This is Mike. It's Wednesday, August 29th, and we are having an impromptu website one pairing session. And we have a couple different things that we wanted to do. We want to verify that Docker is working on Mike's machine, which you haven't done yet. Is that correct, or have you done that already?
I haven't done that.
Okay. So, sorry?
You have an echo.
Ah, do I? I'm not hearing it.
Okay, it's fine now.
Yeah, so maybe I need to mute myself.
Can you hear me now? Can you unmute, please? Hello?
Yep, I can hear you.
I think there's no echo anymore.
Okay, hopefully not. So we need to remind me to verify that Docker's working. We need to, you went through the setup, but then you had forgotten to put the environment variables there.
Yeah.
So the last thing you were going to do is you're going to put the environment variables, and then you were going to redo the setup.
Yep.
So, okay, so you've stopped sharing so you can put the env variables there?
Yep.
Okay. So in the meantime, while you're going through that, because we don't really need to focus on that right now. So pop in the env variables and then hit the that Docker setup script. And while you're doing that, I'll share my screen. Okay. And we can talk about the ticket that we were gonna that I was thinking we would work on, because it's I don't know if it's something we can finish, but it's definitely something that is a smaller ticket, which is this one here, the 2586, which is refactoring the GitHub languages job.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess you can still drive, because you can have one terminal that's doing the setup, and you can. So I'll just pop in here the ticket. I already did. I shared it for you twice. I don't remember doing that. Anyways,
what ticket?
It's in the chat. I mean, get the setup going first. And I guess I don't know how long it's going to take you to get that setup going.
Do I need to create a file, right?
Branch, yes.
Like when adding the.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yes. You go just to the root of the project and create a file called .env.
Okay. Then paste the variables here. Where are you variables? You shared the variables with me in the past.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I think my internet is very slow.
Yeah.
You can't.
Am I breaking up or?
No, I can't load. I can't scroll up, right? Like I can't scroll up in our chat.
Let me see if I find before you, then I can. Am I sharing my? I am sharing my screen. I'll stop sharing my screen so that I'm not advertising them for everyone.
Scroll up past yesterday.
Okay, so I found them. So copy.
I think you broke for a lot. Yeah, now you shared them. You shared them. How
Yep.
come you can't scroll up? So, and then I was supposed to do Docker setup start.
Docker dot dot Docker / no dot / Docker / setup .sh. You can if you close that M file, you can share your screen.
Okay. I just did it with Vim, so I'm safe.
Okay, cool.
Share screen. Screen. I think I have very bad connection. Very, very bad. Maybe I should change my ISP and use my phone's internet. So I should do the setup first. Right. Setup. Yep. So you shared something.
Yep. So the I shared that link is the link to the ticket to the issue now.
Okay.
So if you click on that.
So
I guess so. You're running through the setup. I guess it probably is a good idea. Well, I guess no. I guess it's better. Trying to think.
to have half. What was your idea?
Well, I was just trying to think because I was going to say that it would probably be before you did the setup. It's a good idea to run to always run git pull upstream develop. But I think you've already started it, and also I was reminding myself that my idea was for you to go through the setup, verify that the Docker is working, having tried what you tried, which for our thousands of listeners is for you to just delete the entire project and try cloning it again, because that worked for someone else who tried that in the English Hack Night. And so having verified that that works, then I would like you to do the git pull upstream develop and see if that breaks it. And if it does break it, try the fix that I still haven't been able to get anyone to verify whether it works or not, which is to run was Michael's idea, which is to run Docker machine restart, and hopefully that works. And then in parallel to that, I'm thinking, how can we work on this project, or how can we work on this ticket while you're doing all that stuff in the background? And I guess you need to create a new branch, but I'm not sure if, I mean, I guess creating a new branch probably wouldn't have anything to do with the Docker stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm wondering, yeah, I mean, I could create the branch and go starting to do this stuff, but I was thinking it would be better for you to do, because I think that this refactor is a kind of like a one commit type of job. You could open up the project in, you could open up the project in the code base and we can have a look at it. And then we can have an idea of what we want to do. And then hopefully by that time, the Docker setup will be done and we can move forward. Oh, yeah,
Yep.
close that page. Oh no, that's the Docker page. Okay, that's all right. So go to the name of the file that we're going to be working at is GitHub languages job. It's in, if you want to find it in the tree, it's in, I think, under app and then under jobs, I think. Yeah, app jobs. And then it's GitHub languages job. Oh, so you don't even have that, huh?
So I need to pull.
Yeah. So I guess I can share my screen with you and just show you, since right now we're just talking about it. And then when you pull down, you'll have the, although those changes, I'm wondering.
Hello, Matt. I lost you. I lost you, bro. I lost you. Hey, brother, where are you?
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. You are gone again, friendo. You're gone.
Oh my God.
No, I can't hear you. Okay, let me change my ISP.
Can you hear me?
Let me change my ISP right now. I can't take this slowness anymore.
So I'm gonna just test the speed of my internet.
Yep.
See what's going on.
I think it's mine. I'm almost switching to my phone's. Hello.
I'll lose you, I think.
Yeah, I can hear you. Am I clear now?
Cool. Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah, I had to change to use my phone's internet.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my internet's really slow. Actually, I think it might be me. Wow. I only have 3 megabytes per second of internet speed. What is going on?
I have worse, I believe.
Really?
How do I test?
I didn't even know. I have a so now it's back to 56 megabytes per second. I have a thing that I downloaded on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I have a and it's called Speed Test CLI. I don't know if they have it for Mac users. I think so, probably. That you can download. It's Speed Test CLI. But anyways, so if you have a look at this here.
Yep.
This is the GitHub languages job that you're going to pull down. And then we have in here one method called run. And then in that method, we do like a project dot with GitHub URL dot each and do. And then we iterate through each project, which maybe we can change this to say project instead of P. And then we have this begin block and this end block here.
Yeah.
And then inside of that, we have a rescue for any standard errors that we rescue this exception and we send it to an object E. And then we have this error logging service where we log the error and say like updating the languages for blah, blah, blah may have caused the issue. So the idea is that this part here is should be refactored into another method. So I'm not sure if the best thing to do would be to just take this whole thing and call it like some method name and then put that method below this run method, which starts here, maybe, I think. So I just come down here and create a new method, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm not sure if it would be smart to pull out all of this into one method, or if there's some, you know, there's some reason to leave maybe this here and then grab this. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe best thing is to start breaking it down, and then maybe after that we read through the we read through to see if any is we read through. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Yep, read through.
We read through to see if maybe it's only doing one thing, the specific method. Then maybe we decide if it's doing more than one. If not, if it's not doing more, we just leave it at ease. But if we realize that it's doing maybe more than one thing, for example, the bit for iterating.
So I guess this here, this first line is grabbing the languages from GitHub.
Yeah.
So it's using this OctoKit to grab the languages from GitHub, and then the second line is converting those languages to a hash and grabbing its keys, which will make into a this language names as an array, and then this line here, where this, I guess, the next two lines here are interested in like grabbing the languages that belong to the project already and collecting their names and converting those names to symbols. And then we deduct the existing languages from the language names array, and that gives us like the incoming languages array. And then these lines here are to do with actually like iterating through the incoming languages and finding those languages in the database, and if they don't exist, creating those names in the database, and then adding those languages, either the found language or the created language, to the project languages join table.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much just one thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of all, this thing kind of is all one thing, I guess. And I get, if we did refactor this, that would be a method with 7 lines.
Yeah, and the name run, why have you called it run if it's doing things to do with languages?
So this is something I didn't name it. This is something that all of the jobs have the name run.
Okay.
As to exactly the purpose of calling it run, I'm not 100% clear.
So like it overrides the run method that maybe comes with the jobs.
So I guess we have a fetch GitHub. There's a rake task that is here in this scheduler lib/tasks/scheduler rake. So these are rake tasks, and then we can do like so maybe it has something to do with Heroku, how, I don't know, but you can see here we can just say GitHub languages job.run, and then that will run the task.
Same thing you're talking about on Rails.
Yeah. So I guess how's things going on your side? And then we can see about how to move forward. Has that run through the setup already?
This.
No, still running
No.
through the setup.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's getting closer. I mean, I guess it's still in the bundle
I've seen
part.
a
So far so good. Yeah, we're getting that. That shouldn't make a difference. And you've added the environment variables, which is always a good idea for us to check because you did already go through all the setup part, and then we need to do again because we forgot that you wouldn't have the env variables when we deleted the entire project. So I guess let's wait to see there.
Okay. So yeah,
I
so
guess
like you're saying now, since the run is not descriptive enough, so we can make this from line 17 to 24 to be called from a function that's descriptive.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's a matter of like whether it's descriptive enough because I don't know. Let's have a look at the ticket. I think the point was that it's getting too long. GitHub languages job got a little long, only slightly, but a great opportunity to refactor the high level narrative out in the style of Avdi Grimm's confident coding. All right, so oh yeah, so there's a couple different things about this ticket that are interesting. So he also said that should review the errors from running the job on production, mainly issues with URLs for projects we can probably fix. So that's another thing is that some of the projects don't actually have URLs that are pointing. So this is the gist file. And you can see here, for example, this one here, github.com/edx. If I try to go to that, that actually goes to this is the username is edx and not it doesn't go to a specific repository. So we need to see like maybe we need to get in contact with the person who has the person in that has this project in Agile Ventures and try to see if they want to choose a primary repository that they use. But then there's some of them that there was one of them that I found, for example, this one here. Oh, was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. There was one of them I found that there's only one repo and with the same name as the username. That maybe we can just go in there and edit the. Yeah, so this one should be able to pull in the information, but for some reason didn't. So I guess what we could do is grab this part here, copy that, and we can come here to the Rails console. If we have the right version, right Ruby version, we can come here to the that Rails console. Where am I? Here. So yeah, we need to go through and check all of these and try to find out why they might not be working. So we're here in the Rails console, and so I can do a thing like octokit.languages, which is how I'm going to communicate with the API, and then I can copy the name of the your username and repo name.
Yes.
And then so that worked, So this one shouldn't be failing. I'm not sure why it did fail. I mean, I guess maybe this is a nightly job, so maybe on the second night it won't fail. I'm not sure. But so here, this BU meal share as well. Doesn't seem like it. I mean, or maybe there's some more debugging that needs to be done on why some are failing intermittently or failing. I don't know if they'll. So yeah, maybe an idea as well is to maybe add these to the test cases, create the projects, and then see if they pass the GitHub languages job. Because what I'm doing here is a little bit different, I guess, than running it through the GitHub languages job. But see, that one passed as well, which means that it shouldn't, in theory, it shouldn't be failing on. So yeah. Oh, this one here is the one I was talking about. So this one here, this people power, this one is just a matter of, I think you can see here they have people power as the username, but they also have a repo. They only have one repo called people power. So I think like if we go to here to projects and we, oh, look, this is part of the, that's awesome. So people power, doesn't show up here on the right. So maybe this is current projects. So I think maybe it's an old project, but if I search for people power here, people power, maybe I can find people power. Yeah, so here's people power. And then can I just say edit people power? Yeah, so that gives me an edit. And then if I just replace this with this here, and that should work. Or it will tell me I can't edit it. No, I think that worked. It seemed like it worked. And also, if you click on this on the GitHub, I think it does take you to this repo. So, yeah, so that should work. So yeah, there's this part of the job as well, that we need to kind of go through, each of these that are failing. I guess there wouldn't be all of the ones that are failing here. And how's it going on your side?
Almost there.
Cool. I guess maybe this one here, this might be failing because of this .com. We'd have to check out how it's grabbing the
.com.
You know, how it's grabbing the GitHub URL. Or it might be doing something like, looking for something that's not a non-word character, and then it's like coming to this page here instead of this page here. Because this page exists. I guess since we're still waiting for that, I can copy this and I can come here and just all the ones that are failing, I can pop in here. And then we can put this, maybe a screenshot of this on the ticket. Okay, so that one's okay. So that means that there's nothing, it doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with the job, but maybe there's something wrong with the way we're grabbing the usernames and repos, which would be something that we could have a look at on our side.
Yep.
So I'll just keep going through these one by one. So that leads to this page. So why? Don't know. Maybe it doesn't exist. So this one here, maybe we can copy and put here. Just, I wouldn't want to put the whole thing though. I just want to put the username. So the way this works is the username / repo name.
Yeah.
There's also okay, good. That's what I wanted. I wanted to get that.
But at some point you said it switches the repo name with the username.
So is that the end? No. Yeah, like there's we have a method for separating out the repo name and username. Okay, so this is the same thing.
Yeah.
So there's a list of them that we're gonna have to make of that are just the username. And then there's a list of them that we're gonna need to show that it is working when in the Rails console. And maybe we need to add to our tests and see if it works in our tests.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Do I need to run stat?
Yes. Sorry, we went through the setup, okay?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so that one's copy. Paste. That's good. That's what I wanted. Although I don't know, this book's getting kind of long. Yeah, so maybe I'll stop doing the ones that come up with 404 errors. And is that the end? Yeah, so that's the end of it. I'm not sure if that's all the ones there are.
This is a log file.
What is it?
The file that you're looking at is a log file.
It's a gist that that Sam made from going through the production when the job ran and some of the errors. So this I don't know if you've noticed, but this updating the languages for, and then it gives the URL of the project may have caused the issue. So then if I go back here to what we're going to be refactoring, you can see that comes from this error handling. So it logs the updating the languages for, and then it calls this GitHub URL method. Although, so you can see here, this is where, so this has the project and it calls the GitHub repo name method, which I've put a ticket up to refactor this as well, because you need, it's actually the opposite, you know, like, so it shouldn't be, if you notice here, this says repo name and then repo username, but that's the opposite of the way it is. The username comes first and then the repo name. So we need to refactor, I mean, unless I'm missing something, which is definitely possible, but we need to refactor this, this here. If you drop in a binding.pry here, you will notice that, so we have this regex, you know?
Yep.
And then which, so if the GitHub URL, which calls another method, which is here. So that's source repositories.first, which is another thing that we need to, another ticket to work on, is to change this to primary instead of first. I think, yeah, you were there when Nico was talking about that. But so it runs this method called GitHub URL, which is going to grab the first source repository and try the URL. So then if that's the case, then it's going to match this to the GitHub URL, the first GitHub URL, or the second GitHub URL, the second part, I guess, and then else it's going to return an empty string. So if I drop in a binding.pry here, then this is actually not returning the repo name. This is actually returning the repo username. and this is returning the repo name. So these need to be like, we need to, there's a ticket to just go like this and like this, and then change everywhere in that this is being called, like, because it's being called backwards, you know? So that when someone looks at this, it's confusing. Like, why are we saying repo name and then username when that's not how you visit the,
GitHub.
it's not Agile Ventures is the username and the repo is this. So, yeah. Anyways, so how's it going on your end?
Yeah,
You're getting the same error.
Yeah, timeout.
And you tried refreshing? Because sometimes we get this error at the beginning. So it's not necessarily that it's going to be the same exact thing. Like, you should try refreshing it a couple times, to make sure that a lot of times it will get that error the first time, but not the second or third. So it seems like that's still persisting, right? Okay. Waiting, and it's not working. Okay, so what you should do is go to the to command line, and try running that Docker. You can stop that.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So did I?
Was it Docker machine restart?
Yeah, Docker. I think it's Docker. Docker, not Docker Compose, Docker Machine, and with a hyphen. Yeah, machine, and then restart. No machine name specified and no default machine exists.
It's interesting how you just read it first time and you get it. I have to read the error and interpret.
Yeah. So let me just make sure that I'm telling you the right.
No machine name specified and no default machine exists. Just a moment, please.
Yep.
Yep, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to get the little guy.
No worries. So you got an error that you don't have Docker machine. Can you do the same command, but instead of restart, say version? You have, right? Okay. So, and it wasn't restarting for, did it say why? Yeah, no machine name specified and no default machines
Machine
exist.
exists.
Right. Oh, so can you say Docker hyphen machine ls?
Since there's none.
Nothing, huh? All right. Well, I guess we're up against the time because we need to join the RFM meeting.
Okay.
And yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll hit stop the broadcast, or you hit stop the broadcast,
Okay.
and you over there. So I'm not sure what we can do because that, I mean, if deleting the entire project and recloning it doesn't work, then it's definitely to do with something to do with Docker. I feel like, although I'm not sure. So yeah, I'll see you in a second.
Okay.